everyone, welcome back to Golden Papery. I am excited to do this week 4 reset with you. It's been a pretty hectic week. Last week we had some days off at school, and so typically I record these on Mondays, but my daughter was home, so it was a little bit busier than usual. And then for this week, we had a winter storm here in Texas, and it basically caused no school to be on Monday. So I had both kids here, and then on Tuesday, they had a delayed start. So I'm finally getting back into recording these. Thank you for being patient. I've been trying to really just plan out on a weekly basis, but I decided to hold off for this week because I really wanted to do this on camera and show you guys a little bit of my process of what I like to do. But I'm slowly getting ready for February. February is going to start on Sunday. And so I'm just doing a quick monthly planning here where I like to just jot down some monthly tasks to do and then also the important events that are coming up. So I do have a couple of doctor's appointments for my baby, and then I know my daughter has a couple of events like for Valentine's Day at school. They have some other school activities that they're doing that I have to come in and bring. So it's just been a wild January. It's also been a long month. So January is my favorite time of the year because you get to reset, you get to bring out your new items, your new planner, but it can also feel very daunting because of how long it is. So either getting paid takes a while, if you get, especially if you get paid once a month, it's just a long month. And then in my case, I do a bi-weekly paycheck for my income. And yeah, you're trying to stretch out every single dollar for like groceries and bills. And then, it's one of those things where the bills are accumulating because it's like a long month. So thank you for being just patient. I know that everybody is going through their own different set of emotions, and so just sitting down and planning is my safe space. It is my relaxation therapy, and I love to do it. But for February, like I said, I do have some appointments in Houston, and then Valentine's Day is coming up in January. I do celebrate my birthday, but obviously we had that winter storm, so I wasn't able to get groceries, and that kind of accumulated into a whole bunch of things that I needed to do in a single day. So that is okay. This is why we mom plan. This is why we work plan, so that we can organize ourselves in a timely manner. But for February, I know that it is a shorter month. So coming from 31 days, we're going down to 28. And it's definitely a way to just reevaluate some of the New Year's resolutions that you planned if you did New Year's resolutions. In my case, I'm trying not to see it that way. I'm trying to do some monthly mindful resets so that I'm not feeling so stressed out about goals that I need to meet. And I try to keep things very light. So even though, yes, we want to work and try to plan, we also want to make time for self-care, definitely doing mental breaks. In my case, I work on the computer all day. And so by the end of the day, I feel very defeated with technology. I don't want to be on my phone. I don't want to be watching videos. And sometimes you can get into that doom scrolling. So I am doing my high priority goals where I just disconnect from everything so that I can spend time with the family. That was very evident this week. I felt very disconnected from my family, and that's not fun because then you feel like, these people that you spend all day with and you absolutely love don't get to see the good and fun side of you. So I am trying to put that at the forefront so that I can plan around my family instead of planning around work and all the things I have to do. But For this week, like I said, we did have school that canceled. We did a delay start on school for Tuesday, and so I am planning this on Wednesday, which is the Wednesday. I don't disregard that. I'm having like a little brain fart, but I'm planning this on Wednesday, and it's going to get published today, Wednesday. So you are actively seeing things that have already passed for Monday and Tuesday. And I usually don't do that. If we've already passed certain days, I won't even plan them. I'm going to just keep them blank. But for this case, the week has not finished. And so we still have 4 days, no, 5 days to go on the week. And so I'm going to continue planning for that. Also, I decided to restart my company. I took a whole year break because I was dealing with constant travel to Houston for my son. And now that we're in a better place where he's at daycare and just getting older, I am taking on more projects for my own personal company, which I had put off to the side. I I feel very grateful that I'm in a better place to where I don't need to be constantly working. And so my full-time job does provide a comfortable salary that I feel good and comfortable at. But I still have a lot of clients that reach out to me because they just enjoy working with me. They love my work. And so I do have some projects right now. Currently, what we have are a social media content planning. So I am working for a women's summit, and I'm providing all of the social media marketing and interaction and engagement on Facebook and the website. And then I took on a real estate web design. So I am also actively sending out those emails, getting those tasks done. And I try to do that all on my person or my work email, my work Google Drive. And so I have different systems set up so that I can keep myself organized, and I can also share with my client where we are at. So I send the content calendar, I send the tasks that they need to send over to me, and that's good. And then I also got notified that I have another client that needs to do some website updates, so that'll be coming soon. And then the client that I have for my real estate did ask me, hey, my friend also wants a website. So I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed because I did want to take on projects, but I wasn't planning on taking so many at the beginning of the year, but that is okay. I will schedule it so that I'm not overlapping different things while I'm also doing my full time. But for the week, I do have a lot of meetings, as you can tell. We have a busy work week, especially with some of the things being pushed off. One of the major projects that we had since December, they decided to push their go live. And so now I'm trying to catch up on all the other projects so that I can make room for the main priority go lives. And we're basically at the finish line. I don't have anything that I have to do from my side other than continue providing communication to the stakeholders and trying to figure out how to better manage my project management. So everything that I have is on a Jira board, but I've still been trying to connect a Jira API to try to get it into like Notion or Power BI so that I can visually see what I am completing. So right now on Jira, I have everything like through filters, and they have their own little dashboard, but I like to add comments. I like to print things out, and that's just me. I like to visually see what is being completed. I'm very goal oriented, and so I want to see also how many, tickets are we completing, what's our time frame, so that we can get better at these things. But because it's cold, I'm gonna add some cute little stickers that are still very winter themed. I know that my daughter and her cousin started a pen pal kit, and so they are also sending each other mail. I think it's so funny that these little kids, she's 7, she has no idea about the concept of sending out mail. She wants to put, toys in it, and I'm trying to educate her like, hey, you know, that's going to be a whole package. You can't stuff toys or things in your envelope, or that's going to cost more. So that's been nice to see that we're introducing this way or this method of communication without screen time. They can write each other letters, ask about each other's day, and make it cute. It's kind of like a journaling snail mail, but so that's cute. I like it. I'll have to show you guys one of her letters so you can see how she adds it and designs it. I'm still trying to work with her because she gets too excited, and so I want her to check her spelling and all of that, but by the time I go and check it out, it's already closed. So, and I did try to do a little bit more self-care. I'm playing video games again. I'm using my Switch to do the Animal Crossing, and my birthday was yesterday. So I attended the Animal Crossing birthday party that was held for me, and I thought it was the cutest thing ever. I'll have to post a picture about that. And then I also celebrated by buying groceries. So, all the adulting that we have to do. And then I did also subscribe to a coloring page subscription where this creator shares her coloring pages, her artwork, sends it out, via an envelope, and that's on a monthly subscription. It was only $8, and I thought, what a great way to just disconnect and just get down to the creativity of, not spending time on technology and just bringing art again. So I like it. That's one good thing that I'm trying to do for myself every month, one self-care thing a month. But that is it. And then I also wanted to share the project management side. This is pretty, you know, cookie cutter. It's just a template where you kind of add all of the different items that you have going. I'm going to add the real estate web design that I have, but it's very generic. It's just more to track, like, yes, I've done it, what any notes that come up, but I'm not trying to make it very detailed as I usually do on my work Google Drive and calendars and things like that. So that is this. And then I haven't shared with you all the cash savings binder because, to be honest, I have not gone to the bank. I have been sending money on a weekly basis to the bank, but I have not withdrawn that cash. But this is one of the issues that I'm having with my cash savings and the cash binder method. I think it's great that you can visually track the dollars that you are saving, visually track the dollars that you are also spending. But in my situation, we live in a very rural town. I've mentioned that before. And a lot of these places do not take cash. They prefer a credit or not a credit card, but debit card so that they don't have to, you know, provide change and things like that. Now, is it available? Yes, but it's easier for me to just send money on the bank account and just swipe. So what I'm doing is what I did save for the first and second week. I am going to now switch that over to my cash savings. So I have the monthly savings challenges that I'm doing, and I'm going to pull out the extra from the kids envelope and also the extra from the groceries. So luckily for my side, when I sent over additional cash to the bank account, I just used that card when I went grocery shopping. So I didn't have to pull that money out. So in this case, whatever I did pull out, I'm going to just transfer it over to my savings challenge. So I'm taking out $20 from the kids and sending that over to the January savings challenge. And I know it sounds so bad that I'm taking like money from the kids' envelope, but again, I did transfer the money over and I've been using my card to track that. Now, what I would like to do is actually track that expense on the tracker, but I also have a budget planner on Google Sheets. And so I already track all the different transactions. And so I might actually just take off these trackers in the binder because I don't need them. But for the January Savings Challenge, I am going to add $43 for this one. So that'll get us a little bit closer to our goal. And I'm using stickers instead of a marker or a pen so that one, it looks better, but also it doesn't smear, which is something that happened last year. And I had to recount the cash here because for some odd reason I originally thought I was adding $33, but it's actually $43. So I'm just adding all the stickers and counting in my head. I'm actually not great at math, which is funny because this is so simple. And I a data engineer at work and I work with numbers and data all day, but the computers do all the math for me. So that's the funny part. Okay, here's me just recounting that it was 43 so that I can add all the stickers that I need for the savings challenge. Now for this week, I will be taking out cash on Friday, and so you'll see me also pull in cash into different envelopes. I still like to keep this one at home. Sometimes I take it with me in my purse if I am going out, but in the case that I mentioned, I've been using my card just to do that. And I think I may actually switch over these challenges. I'll put the pink savings challenge on the side divider, and then I'll probably pull all of this cash out and put it in the front so that it fits better. But this binder has been amazing. It's beautiful, and I'm just excited to continue showing you guys my process. So if you have any questions, feel free to, add it in the comment box. I'm always checking them out and just seeing if anyone has any questions or if there are better ways that you have found to plan all of these. So I will see you all next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.